Robinson.
Okay.
Always does. Let me see. Am I live on YouTube? I see people in here already. What's up, Giants fans, Hub watchers, YouTube subscribers, Twitter and Instagram followers, KB watchers, Nate watchers, NFL fans. How y'all doing? Thank you all for tuning in. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Welcome into another episode of the Young Guns Podcast, episode
Meet your next
35.
pillow.
Today
Oh,
we
yeah.
got two guests on. One of them's already here, Nate. Link in the description down below. Go over there, check him out. And Pest, who's gonna tune in soon. We just got done with PTA Sports Talk Live over there on Pest channel. His link is also down below. How y'all doing? Let me get to KB, my co-host, first, and then the guest.
I'm doing great, man. I'm excited to get draft season coming around the corner, man, and it gets more and more exciting. We have the Senior Bowl highlights coming out, so prospects are starting to make their name known out there a little bit. So things are starting to ramp up a little bit here in 2021.
Exactly. And Nate, how you doing, man?
Hey, man, this is my favorite time of the year in terms of just, like, watching guys I like. I love constructing the rosters, going through that kind of stuff, so I'm excited for it. The next best thing to actually watching the Giants is trying to see who the next Giants are. So I'm enjoying all this stuff, breaking down some film. I'm enjoying listening to this stuff out of the Senior Bowl. There's some interesting stuff. I'm not super high on it as an evaluation tool, but it is on some level important. So, yeah, I'm doing good.
Yeah, I want to give shots to everybody in here. Gabriel Alvarez, Jaden Dawkins, Joseph Balby, Zach, formerly known as Sugar Tots. I have to change that in my video intro because I still have him listed as Sugar Tots. Sunday, Logan's Gaming Lounge, Football Talk with Benny. Go over to Benny's channel, guys. Check him out.
Big
He's a
facts.
young goat, up and coming, very young dude, knows a lot. David A.V. Sunday, hello Sunday. Max Webster, Jay Berman, Edward Chen, and I think I got everybody. I might have gotten everybody. Nick DeWick and Sabrina. What's up, Sabrina? And Karen Ball, the Chief. All right, guys. So we got a couple things slated for this episode. Me and Kate have been talking about doing a live mock draft for a while now on the Young Guns. We have that
Yep.
slated. I think we're probably going to get that started like right around the time PTA hops in here. But obviously, there's more NFL stuff to talk about as well. I kind of got a few Giants questions that I want to bring up with you guys, and then KB had KB and Nate actually were talking about the Senior Bowl before. We could get into that a little bit. The first Giant one I want to talk about was who do you guys think is going to be our next offensive line coach, which has been a thing for about a couple of weeks now, and maybe even outside linebacker coach, because there was a little bit of rumbling over there, at least on Twitter, about that as well. Personally, for me, I think we might just hire from within with the offensive line, a guy like Ben Wilkerson. I had a video out with two other candidates, the former Packers O-line coach and the former Falcons O-line coach, who are currently, on the market. But let me get to KB and then Nate.
Well, I'll be completely honest with you. I have not gone into the market of offensive lineman candidates, so my your guess would be good as mine. I don't have no consideration out there. I haven't been looking out there, but
It kind of tapers off in terms of importance, and it more just becomes about finding someone. What's going on there, Kush?
well, we
It
got
more
two
just becomes
hubs.
about finding someone who's gonna continue to support the philosophy of the defensive coordinator and then
What
head
in the
coach.
world?
I'm just gonna power through this while Hub figures out what the hell's going on.
Good.
Uh,
There we
but
go.
Yo, my
in
bad,
terms
guys.
of
I just want to say real quickly, like my internet has, NYC internet I've noticed on Twitter has been acting up today. I guess now it's coming at me because a lot of bandwidth's probably been using. But go ahead. I have no idea where you guys were at. Go ahead, Nate.
Yeah, just for the offensive line, I like Wilkerson. I think promoting him is as good an idea as any. Just because he's clearly really well liked by the players. That's very important, obviously, when you have a young coach like that. When you have someone on that level that's interacting with the players every single practice, every single rep, you got to have someone they can have a relationship with. And it seems like Wilkerson is that kind of guy. He's also got plenty of experience. I'm sure he's soaked in as much knowledge as he could from DeGuglielmo and from Colombo before him, because those are both two very good coaches with clearly different styles. But technically, I'm sure at that level, with as much experience as he has, he's got all that down, I'm sure. So at that point, I just like the fact that he clearly has a good relationship with the players. And then in terms of outside linebacking, no clue. I mean, for me, last year, Bielema came out of nowhere, as much as I'm sure the new guy is going to come out of nowhere. I think at that point, we just kind of have to understand that on some level, we believe in Joe Judge, so we should probably believe in who he hires.
That's exactly my philosophy. Like
And
I
I'm just
could
not tripping over it.
Right. I'm just whoever they decide. Just like when they brought in Mark Colombo and when they even brought up Jason Garrett, I'm like, I just trust what Joe Judge is doing, and for the most
Big
part,
facts.
it's worked out. And with Guglielmo, I was all bored on it. I don't care who they bring in.
Okay,
I'm
guys.
just on
Breaking
board.
news, because the name I was gonna bring up that I saw
Oh
today,
crap! We have breaking
wi-
news.
the name that I saw today, circling around with the outside linebacking coach job that I was gonna say bring up later, Jeremy Pruitt. I think he was
Uh-huh.
just officially hired as our new offensive
Oh
line coach. I'm gonna double check that real quick.
no, Pruitt went with
Yeah, that's what people were saying as well.
the
But
Jets.
people were,
Didn't he?
yeah, that's what they were saying as well. But then there was a tweet out today saying that the Giants were in talks with Jeremy Pruitt for the outside linebacking coach. I'm gonna
Yeah, I
real
see it
quick
now too.
double check this because we might have breaking news on the podcast here. But
no,
I do
This is
think
weird because I got 5 hours to go to the Jets and 1 hour ago to the Giants.
exactly.
Whoa, really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm seeing four. Yeah, oh snap.
So this might.
Oh yeah, 46 minutes ago,
Yep,
Knox News.
exactly.
Ex-Tennessee coach.
And
Holy
and
crap.
according to fansided.com,
Fansided, yeah.
that's what I'm seeing. A former
Yo,
Tennessee
he
coach
said screw it.
Jeremy Pruitt is joining the Giants staff as our new outside linebackers coach.
He just Belichicked the Jets
Yes.
all
Yeah.
over again, bro.
Do you know what
Breaking
he
news,
did?
guys.
Do you know what Joe Judge and his coaching staff did? They said, I'm sure Pruitt took that job with the Jets because nobody else giving him a chance. He took that job with the Jets, and the Giants were like, "Hey, man, you want to join this side of MetLife?" He's like, "Oh yeah, screw that. I'm joining the Giants."
And I want to say
Let's
shout out to the Beard in here. I didn't even notice him. What's up, Beard? Go to
Yo, wait,
Authentic
wait,
in the
what?
Beard, stuff them up, guys. But this is crazy because I was like, you know what? I saw one tweet about Jeremy Pruitt to the Giants today, and I was like, because it's the lesser one, because it was just one tweet. I'm gonna leave that for later, and I'm leaving it for later. And I'm scrolling through Twitter, and I'm like, oh my god, they actually stole this man from the Jets. Because you were right,
Unreal.
KB. Earlier today, people were saying, all right, the Jets' new outside linebacker coach was going to be Jeremy Pruitt. We took him. Correct me if I'm wrong. Kevin Sherr, our current inside linebacker coach, is also a former coach at Tennessee, just 1 year removed from there. So we got two Tennessee coaches basically coaching up our entire linebacking core, which in my opinion could only be a good thing because they got a lot of chemistry with each other and then working with the two very similar position. Well, in terms of where they are, position groups.
Yeah. Continuity is great. I mean, whenever you can eliminate friction in a coaching staff, you do. So, yeah, like you said, chemistry is important. A good amount of on the same page-ness is important. So,
Right.
yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm. Shout out to my man, Jet Central, Ian from Jet Central, man. He made a post or a video today about Jeremy Pruitt joining the Jets, and dude just got Belichicked, man. Oh, I love it. I love
baby.
it. Oh,
I
I see
mean-
fans in the building.
You
Jets are
guys
such
got
a
any other
garbage
thoughts on it? I mean, I
franchise.
guess we'd all need to read up on him a little bit, but maybe on the continuity part, Kidblue. This is kind of breaking news. It's kind of surprising. I did not expect it
Yes.
at all. And Pest is in here. Pest, I don't know if you
Hey,
heard.
PTA, we
we
got
got-
our offensive, our outside linebacker coach. I mean, our offensive line coach. Offensive line
We got
coach, yeah.
breaking news, Pest.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
How'd that
Breaking news.
Giants just hired their new outside linebacker coach, Jeremy Pruitt. They stole him from the Jets. He signed
Wait a
with the
minute.
Jets earlier.
Wait a minute. Outside linebacker coach?
Yeah.
What?
Which one is it?
Outside linebacker coach?
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, outside linebacker.
Is this to replace Billama?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah. Outside linebacker coach. I got confused with offensive line. Why?
That's
Yeah,
not. I mean, I guess. How long you been streaming for?
Literally just like 11 minutes, and it
Okay,
broke
cool.
not that
All
long
right,
ago.
all right,
By the way,
all right.
Pest, is there a way you could angle down your camera?
No. Screw you.
There you go.
And then he does it.
I mean, is that breaking news? Why is?
It's a new addition to the staff.
I mean,
It was one of the two
Well, breaking
coaching
news doesn't need to
holes.
be good news or huge news. It's just breaking news. It just means it's recent.
It's close enough.
Yeah.
cool.
Hey, man. He's former Bama, man. He's former Bama.
Cool.
That's just like cool.
Pest gives 0.
Yeah.
All right, hold on a second. I gotta open this up so I can, because I can't see the chat, obviously.
For sure. I'm just going to hide these names because I don't think I've ever had like 4 people on the Young Guns before. So I'm going to hide this, and then I'm going to extend my screen capture of OBS if I could find it Jesus Christ, this
I
is.
appreciate that, Bradley. Thank you for watching the.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm looking at
skit.
it. I'm looking at it. Yo, yeah, this is definitely
Yeah, we got Pest. He got
like, yeah,
half his
like,
head showing.
yeah, like you can barely see me, right? I'm definitely
There we
talking.
go.
There
There
it
you go.
is. There
Okay,
it is.
that's better. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, sure, cool. It's funny because everybody is looking over to the side at their second screen, like
Yeah.
watching Kush just jack this all the way up.
Man, I don't know what you're talking about. Second screen. I'm looking at my second tab, bro. I ain't got that money like you got.
Okay,
Oh, my
David.
bad.
I'm gonna answer David's question. He says, "Give us some info on who exactly this guy is." I'm just gonna pull back up the goddamn the fan-sided article that I had, and let's look and see what it
He was
says.
most recently with Tennessee, but he's from he knows Joe Judge from his time in Alabama, but he's most recently from Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Tennessee's a great organization, but
I mean,
great.
well, that would depend, right? How would you judge the signing of the inside linebacker coach Kevin Sher, and how do you think he turned out? You know, just
Yeah.
asking. I'm actually
Yeah,
asking
yeah,
your
yeah.
opinion there.
Yeah. I mean, he turned out well. He turned out great.
Yeah, clearly. I mean, Mr. Irrelevant Tay Crowder coming in and playing pretty well considering his value. That's as good
Yeah,
an
is
indicator
it
as you can
me?
get.
Is it me, or that became one of our strengths? Is inside linebacker just a bit?
Ish.
You know, just because we felt like it would be still a lot, even with Blake Martinez there,
Yeah.
that it would be a liability there. But for the most part, they held their ground, man. I mean, they
Well,
still
a lot
they
of
still
Giants
struggle a bit.
fans. A lot of Giants fans trashed on Blake Martinez for some bad reasons. Like
Mm-hmm.
a lot of Giants fans hopped on the bandwagon of all of his tackles are so far away from the line of scrimmage.
I didn't
And-
get
and
that. Yeah.
It's
No,
just
I'll tell you exactly where it came from. Okay, it came from a very prominent YouTuber who took every opportunity possible to bash Blake Martinez, and I think it was a little biased, right? Because this specific, and I'm not naming names because this ain't my channel, but this specific person is a fan of the Green Bay Packers, and called him like the worst player in NFL history. Carl Banks was beefing with this dude on Twitter.
Yo, I love Carl Banks, man.
Carl
Because
Banks on
I
Twitter does
love
not
Carl
care, bro. I love him.
it's because the take was so bad. Like the take was so bad, and it sounded so biased. Like I don't like. It's almost like me talking about Evan Ingram, right?
Okay.
Let me tell you, Evan Ingram is absolutely terrible, the worst tight end in the history of the league. But is that really true? It's not. It's not. We just hate this dude.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So,
the problem is that's what happens with a lot of these content creators. And like again, won't name names, et cetera, et cetera. But some guys, the big channels, right? And not knocking any of them, but like they'll fall in love with a player, as we all do from time to time. But the problem is they're so big that everyone watches that video and says, "Oh my God, this dude's amazing. He's the best thing that's ever happened." Like a certain channel, whatever, who made a breakdown about how good Jalen Waddle is. And Jalen Waddle is a beast of a player. And now, all of a sudden, a surge of Giants fans came in after that video dropped saying, yo, Jalen Waddle's going to fall. Jalen Waddle at 11. And it's like, guys, if you want him, I get it. But make your own opinions, man. Not saying don't let that influence you, because we all do that. It's great to see what other people think and examine that. But don't just be sheep here, guys.
And by the way, shout out to Authentic in the chat. What's up, Authentic?
Yeah, what up, Authentic?
Hey,
That's my man right there, man. That's my guy. But to piggyback on what Nate was saying, you know, a lot of you guys watch us for your opinions and stuff like that, and for our opinions and to see what our thoughts are. But we do want you guys to go out and form out your own opinions. Like, we don't want you guys to just take what we saw on film. When you watch film, you'd be surprised how many different opinions you get from the same film. You know what I'm saying?
A good example of that was last night. Nate and me. I don't know if we necessarily disagree, but we have a different take on, say, Asante Samuel Jr. in this draft. Like, I personally think that he can't be an outside corner. And obviously Nate does his own research, his own film, and he thinks that he can be an outside corner.
He can, yeah.
Listen, I'm going to say this right now because I got an opportunity to say this in front of slightly more people than who's in my live streams. Listen, My opinion is worth shit, y'all. Okay.
All of our opinions are worth shit.
Hey,
And
we value your opinion here, Pest. You're included.
Yes, and I appreciate that. But the fact of the matter is that I don't have all the answers. Okay. So when I tell you that I like a player, right? Don't jump out the window about that player. Like this is for future reference. So when I do blow up, because it's gonna happen, I'm gonna blow up. When I do blow up, right?
When Pest does have 5 million subs.
Pest, you better take me with you, bro.
You all coming with me. Don't worry.
Remember us little guys, bro.
No, don't worry. We're family. But what you mean? Y'all bigger than me. You guys taking me for a ride right now. Listen, my opinion means nothing, okay? My opinion is just that. It's opinion. So if I say, listen, I jumped out the window about Leonard Williams, right? And I was kind of right. I was kind of right?
Yeah.
But that's irrelevant.
No, not kind of. You were right.
But that's irrelevant, right?
Yeah.
Because at the time, no one knew. No one knew. I gave my opinion based off of what I saw and what I thought based on my experience, and I said, this is what I think is going to happen. But don't take that at 100% face value because I could be wrong. I'm wrong all the time.
And listen, the example that comes to mind immediately, and it's the most recent one, everyone said Justin Herbert is going to be a bust. And even if they didn't say it outright, they said Justin Herbert has the most risk of any quarterback in this class.
Man.
And listen, it's the same thing
that's
as
me.
with every
I'm sorry.
time.
No, yeah, I was wrong about that too.
Yeah, Nate. I'm glad that you're saying this because I make some mistakes too. And damn, I was so sold on Justin Herbert being a bust. I think I was just salty that he stood in school.
Because he should have been. Because he should have came.
Yeah,
here.
he should have been with us.
man.
Dirty son of a bitch should have been here.
I'm sorry, Nate. Keep going, man.
Yeah.
But that just
Sure.
that brought me back a little bit. Yeah.
The thing about it is, with Justin Herbert, he's a classic example of this, right? And in fairness, quarterbacks are kind of more than other positions. We can talk about why later, but Justin Herbert is a classic example of the fact that no matter how much film you study, no matter how many stats you memorize and contextualize, football is so unpredictable.
Oh.
Predicting prospects is impossible. Because the thing about it is, when everyone in the media agrees on one thing about a player, sometimes it's just groupthink. But with Justin Herbert, it was logical. You could break down the film and see why on tape he was not a good prospect. The difference is a lot of people have a difficult time separating out prospect and player. Because just because a guy is a bad prospect doesn't mean he still can't be a good player. Justin Herbert is a great player. He was still a bad prospect.
Right.
You can go back at the film. You can see why on tape he just wasn't a good bet. He was risky. There was a lot of a gamble in there. That
Josh
gamble
Allen
paid off.
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen,
Another
big
one.
time.
So it's a lot of production versus potential, right?
Yeah.
So you're not. Those are the type of guys that you're risking not getting immediate production, but you're looking forward to the potential. That's why they're such high draft picks. And for the most part, those two are working out.
Yeah.
So I was completely wrong on Justin Herbert. I was saying that he may be the biggest quarterback bust in NFL history because of how people loved him so much. And when I was watching film, I just couldn't see it. Like you could see why he was so highly regarded, like in the draft, like high first round pick. Like sometimes we make big, like he had big flashes, made a nice throw, had a bullet of a pass, but then sometimes you're like, where the hell are you throwing?
Right.
Why are you not dumping it off in the flats? What are you doing with the football? So there were a lot of things I didn't like about Justin Herbert, but damn, man, was I wrong?
And we're going to talk about specifics.
Yeah.
Listen, we can go down the list. We can look at the film. We can see where his processing speed wasn't very good. He was slow going through his progression.
Yes, his reads
You can
were
see
bad.
where the accuracy was
The biggest thing was his
inconsistent at
leg
best.
work, which improved
you
so
could
much.
see how in the tape there were so many things about him that screamed waste of potential. There were so many things about him that screamed great athlete, not ever going to be a great player. But then, as constantly happens in football, players progress. They develop at different speeds. And the thing about it is, sometimes when you see a player, right, and you see a player in college, like an example being Joe Burrow, he's already developed. Different players progress at different rates. He was in college, and he had pretty much already hit the level that he was going to be in, not finally, but for at least the first couple of years of his rookie career. and then he was going to sort of figure out NFL defenses and get better from there. But he wasn't really going to be a guy that came in and had those rookie kind of struggles. With other guys, you can't see that on tape because they just haven't made it there yet. And Justin Herbert made the adjustment.
You know what we don't factor in when we're talking about these prospects, and I can understand why we don't factor this stuff in, but what we don't factor in is coaching. Okay.
Yeah, big facts.
We
was what it
we
was with
don't
Herbert.
factor in coaching. Where are they going, and who are the coaches? Because coaches are what make these players be better prepared to go play a game on Sunday. All right. Yeah. So we look at some of these prospects and we go, oh, his processing is good. Oh, his footwork isn't good. Oh, his mechanics aren't good. But then we don't factor in the fact that he gets to the pros, he gets in a good program, and the coaches fix those things. Because that's what the coaches are supposed to do.
So we got another piece of breaking news now. By the way, shout out to Entertainer in the chat. He's in here now as well.
Yo,
What
Chris,
up,
what's
Tainer?
What up, Tainer?
Shout out
Yep.
to Max Webster for the $2 super chat. He says 3 minutes ago the Texans hired David Culley as their new head coach.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Who the hell is David Culley?
I don't know, but he's worked 27 years in coaching.
I'd rather hire Josh McCown.
He spent 16 seasons with Andy Reid in Philadelphia and KC. So that's about the only thing I got on so far.
What?
Dying.
Is he
it's
off?
dying.
Listen, but before we get into David Culley, which I'm sure we all might have thoughts on that, I'm gonna wait for the Ron's super chat to pop up as well. He says, "Do we draft?" There it is. Thank you for the $2 super chat. He says, "Do we draft DJ if we never had?" What do you mean if we never had? What? Talking about for all? Okay, we could. That's another one, Deron. That's another one.
You have to go all the way back.
We're gonna have to go back.
Yeah.
But getting back to the first piece of breaking news that happened as we started the podcast tonight with Jeremy Pruitt, these are a couple tweets that I could pull up on him. So he was initially he was working on a deal to sign with the Jets. Then, like 4 hours later, he had discussions with the Giants because him and Joe Judge, they worked together at Alabama under Nick Saban.
Dude,
so Judge called them up. Judge was like, "Yo, listen,
Dude,
I heard you were going
Ever
to the
stop
Jets, bro.
shitting.
Don't do it.
Don't
Don't
do
do
it."
it.
We rag as Giants fans. We rag on the Jets. We don't hate the Jets, but it's funny making fun of them because they're like the little brother. But damn, I feel so bad, man. Like they get no type of respect at all.
Bad.
It happened to Belichick. He winds up being the best coach, NFL coach of all time, and now this guy that Pruitt that they like so much, and he's coming to the Giants that they're almost signing a deal with us. Oh God.
Yeah.
Man.
So I just have one question. I have one question. And this isn't to sound whatever, okay? I'm just a little frustrated by this.
Speak your mind, man. Speak your mind.
Does Bieniemy not exist?
That's
a good question.
Fucking exist?
That's a good
That's
question.
he should have been had a coaching job. I'm flabbergasted. I don't even use that word. I am flabbergasted by the lack of attention that he's been getting. Right?
And I want to respond to David's response right now. Here's the thing, David. Teams, if they really want him, would wait for him because it is true. Until the Super Bowl's over, you can't do any interviews. If you want him, you wait for him.
Yeah.
Teams have done that before.
Like if we've already talked to this guy and he says, yes, I'm in, and you're like, okay, cool, here's what we got to do. Sign this contract because we're going to have to wait. Sign this contract, and we got to figure out who your coaching staff is going to be. And you chill because you already know we got our guy. We just got to wait for the Super Bowl to be over. What is going on with Bieniemy, man?
Okay, so let me just say this. Before I say what I'm going to say, I want to clarify, I can't speak to NFL organizations. I can't speak to their motivations, why they do what they do. But I think there is logic to him being passed over. Not necessarily for some of the guys that are going, because who the hell is Cullen? I don't even know that dude.
By the way, notice how he's another Andy Reid guy. I find that really ironic.
That is ironic.
Oh yeah,
but
is.
I mean, like that's what I'm
there's
saying.
reasons. There's fair reasons that Bieniemy's being passed over. First off, I mean, when you have off-field legal issues in the past, it's not a great look. And when you've had run-ins with the law multiple times, and it seems like it was a recurring thing at one point, not even that long ago, it's not a good look. And then at the program in Colorado that you were deeply, deeply attached to, and there was some serious scandals with players at that school, not a good look. And then you think about what his biggest calling card is. His biggest calling card is his offensive creativity in Kansas City. And number one, he's not calling those plays. And number two, it's just so hard to parse out what's him and what's Andy Reid. Andy Reid is the best offensive mind in the league. And then finally, apparently, again, I'm not an NFL organization, I can't speak to this, but apparently his interviews were really bad last year. So considering how important the interview process is to teams, like it's why Joe Judge got hired, at that point, I don't know why some GMs and owners aren't hiring this dude, but I know why I wouldn't if I had made that decision.
The only legit thing that you brought up that I could see and possibly being a reason that some NFL franchises are ignoring him and not all 8 that hired new coaches would be the run-ins with the law that you mentioned. The Colorado State or whatever school he was at scandals, that don't matter. Urban Meyer got a job. And the bad interviews, that really shouldn't matter if you're a really, really good coach. But you are right in the sense that interviews matter. I'm gonna let someone else take this over though.
So when I hear about all these things, right? And the question that I have is how's he been doing recently, right?
Sure.
Is he having run-ins with the law? Because we haven't heard about any run-ins with the law with him in a long ass time. As he said, Urban Meyer got a job, so that scandal shit is out the window. I know there was some allegations that were proven to be false. Are we really holding false allegations against people?
No,
I don't know. When it comes to that offense, I know that he is the offensive coordinator, which means he does sit down with Andy Reid and says, "This is what I think. This is what I think is going to work against these teams." Because I don't necessarily think Andy Reid's doing it, because Andy Reid kind of comes across more as a CEO type of guy. Yes, his fingerprints are on the offense, but I'm pretty sure Bieniemy is really doing a lot of the work. So okay, cool. And then he interviews bad. All right, cool. There's a lot of head coaches. There are a lot of head coaches
Adam Gase
that sit in front of reporters and sound like fucking idiots. And I have to ask, like, how? Okay, if this guy can't talk to reporters worth of shit, how did he do well in an interview to get a job in the first place? Like, that doesn't make any sense.
Listen, dude, that's fair, and I get it.
I hear all your arguments, Nate.
Sure.
I hear all your arguments, and all your arguments are valid, right? But, like, we're talking about what's going on right now.
And Nate, before you go, let me get KB's thoughts.
Yeah, real quick, because I'll let Nate continue. But I'm trying to look at other interviews that Bieniemy has had. I know there's a report here on the 9th saying that he had a strong interview with the Falcons, and I don't want to gang up on Nate here. I think Nate was just giving reasons as to why maybe these teams were not.
Yeah, we recognize that.
Yeah, okay.
Of course, 100%.
So to add on to that, let's not dwell on Eric Bieniemy and the Texans too much, because the Texans are just retarded. Okay, the Texans are just retarded. So the fact that they didn't hire Bieniemy is their issue. I don't know why the league hasn't really hired him yet. I still don't get the Sirianni hire there for head coach. Coming from the Frank Reich tree, I get that part, but Frank Reich is so new in the NFL. I don't know why he even has a coaching tree yet. But with Eric Bieniemy, I completely agree with you, Nate, by saying what is him and what is Andy Reid and what is Mahomes and what is Tyreek Hill and what is all that stuff, right? I get that part. But one thing I really wish teams would consider is that he's been with Andy Reid for years. I mean, he's not a protege of Andy Reid. He's a disciple of Andy Reid. I mean, everything this guy knows is from Andy Reid. So this guy's going to be a spitting image. Like, if you were to see whatever team Eric Bieniemy coaches and the Chiefs, and they go at it against each other, it would be like the same damn team going against each other.
Right. You know what I want to happen at this point, because so many teams are overlooking him? I just want him to stay in KC, and whenever Andy Reid hangs up, just take over the job.
I was just about to finish with this. I am happy Eric Bieniemy didn't land in Houston, because I want Eric Bieniemy to be successful. And I think that franchise is disgusting. It's terrible. It's
Don't
it's
want him there.
it's so bad. That's the last place. Of course, I want to see Eric Bieniemy be able to work with Deshaun Watson, but Deshaun's on his way out of there anyway. And the Texans without Watson is garbage. I mean, they've got nothing. They've got a washed up David Johnson, and that used to be my favorite player in the NFL, but he's washed up. They got nobody on defense besides J.J. Watt, and he's always hurt. So. The Texans are a place. Listen, they were about to hire a freshly retired. Now, he wasn't retired. He was a backup quarterback.
Josh McCown, bro.
Josh McCown as their head coach. We've never seen that in the NFL.
We still don't know exactly who Cully is, bro.
Even better. They were about to hire Leslie Frazier, the Bills defensive coordinator, this year, who his last head coaching stint was with a garbage Minnesota Vikings team. He did a terrible job there. That was with Josh Freeman over there, okay? And besides the fact, the Bills have not been what they were on defense last year. They were a terrible defense this year. So the fact that Leslie Frazier even was considered tells you that it's not. I don't think it's more so Eric Bieniemy. The Texans are just retarded.
Yeah, the Texans are just.
I still
listen.
I will say this: the coaching hires below head coach for Detroit has actually been pretty good. Like they got Anthony Lynn over there and then whatnot. But I'm still very skeptical on the head coaching. Like you really took a guy who's bite kneecaps off over Eric Bieniemy. Detroit, are you serious?
That guy is Joe. I know. Once you're a giant, you're always a giant.
He called up KB. He called up Joe Judge. He's like, bro, I'm gonna copy your homework, but make it look different by making it look.
Yeah, dude. He got drafted by. He was a tight end drafted by the Giants. All right, in like 2000 something, right? Only played like 3 years with us, something like that. I think he lost the Super Bowl with us, but once a giant, always a giant. I get that. But damn man, I don't claim him.
Me either, bro.
I don't claim him. Yeah, y'all can have him, man. But I don't claim him.
That interview was tight.
That was so cringe. I was like, okay,
if you would have
just said, listen, we're gonna be a team that if you kick us down to the ground, we'll bite your kneecaps off and we'll keep going, whatever. But he just kept going.
He's like, we'll take a piece. We'll take a piece.
I was like, you either
get a kneecap.
I was like, you either scripted this really bad. You either scripted this really bad, or you're just pulling something out of your butt and just saying anything, because he was like, we'll bite a kneecap. No, we'll punch you in the mouth. And if you punch us and knock us down, as we're getting up, we'll bite off a kneecap, and then we'll hit you 2 times, and then you hit us 2 times, and then we hit you 3 times. I'm like, guy, just stop. Just stop. I wanted to see the reporters' reactions. I really wanted to see.
Yeah. Just a camera facing the other way, split
what the
screen.
What is this guy saying?
So
that's
guys,
that's a weird ass.
Guys, because Nate only has about a half hour more, we're gonna switch over to the mock draft section here.
Yeah.
So the reason I try to get a good 4 people in here so that it's going to be kind of hectic. I don't want it to be, a very boring, streamlined mock draft. I see Pest over here like, the goddamn it, Kush got me doing a mock draft, but guess what? You're going to do it.
I don't do mock drafts, man.
The order,
there's no escape.
There's no escape.
Yo, Pest, this is important. Pest is important to this process. He's going to throw in the randomness
exactly.
of the draft. That's what it's going to be.
So the order is going to be just kind of the way we're set up right now. So it's going to be me, then Nate, then Pest, then KB. And that's how it's going to go. Let me share the PFN mock draft simulator screen right now. Hopefully the chat could see that just fine.
Let me check it out.
The same one I use. Nice.
Yeah, PFN. I usually use Draft Network, but PFN actually allows you to trade without without having to pay anything. But so obviously I got the first pick. I'm just gonna go with Trevor Lawrence. I think the draft begins at 2. Sure. I don't really think this is something to debate about. And then Nate, you got it, bro, with the Jets.
Hold up. Quick, take a timeout. So since there is trading, are we allowed to make trades?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
he's about to trade back right now.
Damn,
with the Jets. Hell yeah! I've been advocating this for a while. It's either Sewell or trade back for me, and I want to trade back since we already have Becton.
All right, so what's your trade?
Who has the Panthers?
Who has the what?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You could trade with anybody.
Pest would have. Yeah, you could trade with anybody, but Pest would have the Panthers.
Yeah, all right. So Pest, you are the Panthers. What do you give me for the number 2?
It's not what you will give him. It would be like what the PFN thing
I'm just trying to trade with the simulator.
Yeah.
All right.
I was going to say I'll give you a bologna and cheese sandwich. Let's go right now. What's up?
Yeah, hold up. I'm actually just going to do this in my simulator along with you then.
I think I'm gonna have to zoom out to get this thing, to get the next, and then I'll zoom back in. So you said with the Panthers, right?
Yeah, Panthers.
So wait, what just happened? Huh? Okay, so Jets next, right? Trading with
Panthers.
Panthers
Right.
next. All right,
Okay,
so
so
obviously you guys are gonna swap firsts,
right.
and I guess what else?
Select their second next year and their second this year, and then a third rounder.
Well, you could only select from this, so I'll just go first, second, third.
Wait.
No,
Hold on. No.
You can select the others.
No. Stop. You are selecting future draft picks right now.
Right.
Because there's 2 rows. So uncheck everything.
Okay.
Yeah. You see the numbers on the
Yeah.
left side?
Two and
Those
eight.
are this year's picks.
Bet.
Okay, so you said a first next year.
Yep.
Okay.
And then 2 seconds this year and next year. And then a third either one, and just see if it goes through. If not, I'm going to take Sewell.
What in the hell?
This is a lot. Let's see if
that's
it
a
goes
lot.
through.
It's for the number
Yeah,
2.
yeah. It's for that. You need that to get from the.
From the number 2.
All right,
yeah,
let's see.
Yeah.
You need that.
The trade was
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I told you, man. You need a lot.
You gotta
Listen,
see.
man. You need a
You
lot,
gotta see.
man.
Take Sewell.
You need a lot, man.
You
Yeah,
gotta
how do
see.
I get rid of this ad, bro?
Listen,
Walgreens.
okay, so everyone in
There's
chat,
the X
I
there,
don't
right?
have
Is
chat
there an
up,
X?
but
That's
let me just
expand.
explain to chat why I did that. Every goddamn year, in one of these years when there's all these quarterbacks moving around, there is always a team that is desperate for a quarterback. And if you have the number 2 pick and you're not making phone calls with high asking prices, you're doing it wrong. So take Sewell, we're going to move on.
All right, so he takes offensive tackle Penei Sewell. Well, it's actually Pest next, even though KB's lined up. So, Pest, who are you taking with the 3rd overall pick for the Miami Dolphins?
I believe that the Miami Dolphins are going to take Jamar Chase.
Okay. He was quick with it.
All right.
KB?
All right, on the Falcons. Listen, this team honestly I think can compete because their roster is good. They're just always hurt. I think they just need to start from scratch all over again.
Oh, man. I don't like where this is going.
I think I'm gonna take Zach Wilson,
Oh, okay.
the quarterback out of BYU. I think they got to reset, man. Reset,
We're good,
get the future of the franchise going.
Really?
Yes.
I agree.
Okay.
That's where I have him going.
All right. Well, I got the Bengals here at the 5th overall pick.
Yes, you
And
do.
honestly, I'm going to take a look at their team needs real quick. They say that the Bengals have offensive tackle, wide receiver, tight end, offensive guard, and edge as their top needs. Offensive tackle obviously off the board. I'm not going any type of edge here. Tight end, even though there's probably a lot of Kyle Pitts lovers in the chat, he's not
Fifth-
going number 5.
don't you do
5th
that.
overall.
He's
I'd
not
cry.
going 5th overall.
I'd cry for every team, any team that takes them in the top freaking 7 or 8.
I don't even know.
So
Stop.
that kind of leaves, according to their team needs at least, wide receiver and guard. There's no guard worthy enough, high enough.
I'll
here.
tell you what they need that isn't on there because
I would
these
say
team
corner.
needs aren't accurate.
I would
They
say
need
corner, yeah.
badly.
I would say corner. I was gonna mention that, and
That's what I was gonna do.
and because
Yeah.
they need corner, I'm gonna go Caleb Farley out of Virginia Tech, going number 5 overall.
No.
Bye, Caleb.
I like
Bye,
that guy.
Caleb.
Poor guy.
Nate, you're back.
Okay,
You got
for
the
the
Eagles.
Eagles. Oh man, see, this is so much harder than it would have been 3 days ago.
So for the Eagles, whoever is the lowest guy on the board, that's who the Eagles take, and we just move on. Fuck them. We
All right. So the reason this is so difficult is because I have defended this. This has been the hill that I've died on, which is that receiver is a need, but linebacker is a bigger need. And for me, Micah Parsons was a slam dunk pick here. Now, all this crap coming out about Micah Parsons pulling knives on teammates and doing other weird crap and other allegations, I'm not doing that at 6, bro. I mean, you know, I'll ask you, do we want to operate under the assumption that this isn't going to be an issue?
I mean, I think it might be an issue. I'm gonna let. What about KB and Pest? What do you guys
See,
think?
you know, they've
Actually,
got.
he drops.
Yeah, he's probably gonna drop. You know, we've seen even with just a freaking weed situation with Laramie Tunsil with him drop. You know.
Yeah.
Tunsil
All
dropped for some fucking weed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then
He's got to drop for butt play. He's got to drop for butt play. He's
In that
gotta drop
case,
for
I think
butt
we're
play.
going. We're going Devontae Smith here.
Wow.
Unfortunately.
Wow.
it's such a good. And you know what's crazy? That's such a good fit for him. Like the offense they run over there, that I hate it so much. Like it's
It
such a
is what
good.
it is.
I hate it.
And Pest, you're up next.
The Lions.
Lions. What
Come
do
on,
they
this
need?
one's obvious.
So, well, yeah, the Lions right now, you obviously have to add a quarterback need in there because, they agreed that they're going to basically part ways with Matt Stafford.
Right. Yeah. See,
If you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see these needs haven't been updated for a while.
Yeah.
Oh man, see like that because like I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it, right?
They're saying wide receiver, linebacker, D tackle, QB, and cornerback.
But see, the problem is the Stafford situation, and that's why I'm looking at Fields. Like,
Yeah,
it's
right.
it's probably going to be Fields because of the quarterback situation with Stafford, and they're in position to get one. I don't like Justin Fields, but
Me either.
But I think that's the move. I think they take Justin Fields.
It's got to be.
Probably people are saying it. Justin Fields prove everybody wrong about Ohio State quarterbacks, man.
Oh, God.
Next up, KB with the Panthers.
This one's obvious.
All right. I know. I don't. A lot of people keep taking Kyle Pitts here, and I don't like Kyle Pitts. But their needs cornerback. Cornerback.
Yeah, they say QB, cornerback, linebacker, tackle, and safety.
This one's, I think, a pick that's already been made just by the ones before it.
Let's see here. Let me look at the prospects real quick. What we got? That's our best top of our big board?
Yeah.
Man, oh, man. I know, man. This one's hard. Because I don't, it's like a situation where you could probably afford to just trade back.
You want to try and trade
You wanna
back?
try?
Who are you going to try and trade back with? So you're the Panthers.
Yeah. Let me guess 49ers to jump up here.
Oh, word. Next trading with
Fire.
San Fran. All right, what are you offering? So it's going to be your first, and what is San Fran offering, I should say. And thank you, Duran Osman, for the $2 super chat. He says, too bad can't simulate jet picks for Watson. That would be pretty cool.
The 12, obviously.
Yeah. 12. We're going to swap. And then San Fran's going to give the 43. The 110. And the next year's second.
Ooh.
That's a lot.
Aggressive.
Trust me.
I don't think this is going through.
It might not even go through.
Wow.
Nah.
That is a really hard
That was a little
trade
too
sim
much,
in
I think.
there.
I think if you had made it a third instead of a second, you might have had a chance to make it go through.
Wow. I didn't know the trade sim was that hard.
Sometimes it's that difficult, man. You
gotta
what?
know where to trade.
Yeah. You know what, man? Screw it. I'm gonna bite the bullet. I know all the stuff that with Micah Parsons, but I'm gonna take Micah Parsons.
Wow. So you telling me this man
not what I
drops
was
basically
expecting.
like one pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking Lance.
He says.
Yeah,
Micah
I was
Parsons
thinking
goes
Lance
to
too if I could trade
Carolina.
down a little bit. I just don't see. I don't like Lance at number 8.
Nor do I, but I think it's going to have to be the pick for him.
Yeah.
Yo, I don't want to end up missing a large part of this, so you mind if we put a 30-second timer on each pick?
3-second timer.
No,
How about
30.
He said 30 seconds.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. If you're running it, just let us know.
I don't know.
All right, bet. So with the Denver Broncos, I've had this in my mind for a while. I'm gonna kind of go cornerback here. I think this Broncos have always been known for having corners. I'm gonna go with Patrick Surtain out of Alabama.
Yeah. Okay.
Pest.
Cowboys on the clock. That's me, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, Pest gets to make the
Jason
Giants
Garrett,
pick.
bro. Jason Garrett's son. Pick for the Cowboys.
Piss off.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me see the prospects. A little, scroll down a little bit.
Oh, top 2 corners are taken too. Dang.
Yeah. Okay, back up. Ooh, this is actually kind of tough. I'm between Pay and Owusu, I think. And then Horn is also a sleeper pick here. I think I don't want to quit on their linebacking core yet. I'm gonna go Pay off the board.
First edge going top
pick.
10, and
You
then
flip the D line.
Pest. You got the Giants at 11.
Kyle
Pez-
Pitts, baby. We can
Shut
count.
your mouth. Don't even joke.
Hey,
I don't want to hear this.
Hey, Kush,
I'm
Kush,
kidding,
make
man.
your hand slip on Kyle Pitts.
We ain't getting no deal. I mean, listen. I swear to God, if we draft Kyle Pitts, I'm gonna be so mad. Don't you do it? Oh man. I think the Giants trade back. I think the Giants trade
even
back.
though Jalen Waddle's available?
I mean, like.
Good luck. Let's see this fit, bro. Trey Lance is on the board.
Okay,
Who are you gonna
wait.
trade
Hold
him
on a second. Hold on a second. Oh man, this is difficult because
You are Mr. Gettleman.
Nobody there needs a quarterback except for like the Patriots.
The Niners
The
right behind you
Niners,
need
bro.
a quarterback. You could go back one.
The Niners, the Pats.
I bet if you just went back
Washington
one
team.
with the Niners, they'd give you their second rounder.
Here's the reason why. The Niners are not going to trade up with us because they know we're not taking a quarterback. They know we're not.
That's fair.
But the Patriots could be afraid of San Francisco taking a quarterback.
Or Minnesota, too. Minnesota, watch out for them, man.
Well, yeah, but Bill Belichick is calling us. We're going to answer the phone for Bill Belichick.
So what you doing? Are you trying to propose a trade right now?
Yeah, we're
I'm
going to
trading or
trade.
taking.
We're going to trade with the Patriots.
Woo!
We're gonna trade
Get
with
it
the Patriots.
juicy.
So
Patriots can trade and they can get their quarterback.
So the Giants, right? Oh wait,
Uh-huh.
no. Oh no.
What did you do?
I think I accidentally
bro,
restarted
come on.
everything.
All right, go
so
back
it's
in.
easy. It was Lawrence.
Trevor, Sewell,
What just happened? Yeah,
Sewell,
Sewell. Who was
Jamar,
next? Jamar.
Jamar.
Technical difficulties.
Zach
guys.
Wilson.
Yeah. Then I think I went
Caleb.
Yeah,
here.
Caleb Farley,
Smith.
Fields.
Fields.
yeah.
Carolina
Parsons.
went
Parsons.
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 9 was
Surtain.
Surtain.
Where is he at? There he is. 10 was Pay.
Hey.
Yep.
And 11. Okay, here we are. It's
Now-
gonna be
and now-
proposed
and now-
trade. So you're saying the Patriots are gonna trade up? Can I exit the ad? Okay, bet. Thank
yeah,
you.
there it is.
Finally. Why isn't the
My
next
dude, you are killing me here.
with the Giants? Why does it keep? You see, I'm not even doing anything. I'm just clicking next. That's all I'm clicking. Bet. Pest.
All
So
right,
obviously
we're-
they're gonna
we're-
trade up
we're-
and swap.
Yeah, we're swapping. The Patriots are also going to give us their second.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to give us their fifth.
They're fifth. So
Fifth,
1,
alright,
2,
sure.
3,
Fifth?
4.
No, that's the
That's the
fourth,
fourth.
which you just clicked on. The fifth
There
and
you
a
go.
future third.
Wow.
Okay.
I
Let's
don't
see.
think you're gonna get it with the third on there.
Let's see. Let's propose. It's been accepted.
Wow!
The first trade to be
We
accepted.
got it!
So Pest as Dave Gettleman traded with the
All
New England
right.
Patriots back to the 15th pick. Pest, this still means that you got to pick for the Patriots,
Yeah,
not
you-
11.
you're
That's
pick the
fine.
Pats.
They're picking. They're going to grab up Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, Trey Lance comes off the board.
Masterfully done.
And next up is the 49ers, who were like, damn, we can't get our QB. So
They said
that's you. That's you,
They
KB.
were like, well, damn.
All right. So, you know I've been on this train for a while. Who? Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. Let me
No
get my
way
boy.
you're doing this
Let
right
me
now.
get my
Wait,
boy
where is he
Mac
at?
Jones.
Yo,
And
where
he's
is
He's
he?
where he
He's not even
belongs,
on the
way
big
down on the board.
Yo, he's at 37. That's not too
He's
bad.
where he
but-
belongs in the
They get
second
Mac-
round. He's
Mac
where he belongs.
Jones. Who? Mac
Mac
Jones.
Jones.
Who?
Let's
Mac
go.
Jones. They're not coming. He's not coming to the Giants.
Let's
Mac
go.
Jones.
Y'all are gross
Mac
now.
Jones. I love it.
Honestly.
I love
Oh, man. So now I'm out here with the Chargers, and I really don't know their needs. Where's the Chargers on this list?
All right,
They
he's on
need
the board.
tackle.
Tackle.
Yeah,
Take
I'll
a
be at
tackle.
tackle. Yeah, that's a no.
Slater or Darisaw here.
I'm going with Slater. There he is, Rashawn
Sure.
Slater, tackle out of Northwestern.
Solid
Yep.
pick.
And
Damn it, Pest gets it. He traded with the Pats on purpose. He gets the Giants
Yeah,
again.
he gets the Giants back.
Uh,
Pest did it on purpose.
Vikings.
Look at Pest smile. He's smirking.
With the Vikings, part of me wants to give them a Wusu. Part of me wants to give them offensive line, just because they haven't invested in the offensive line in the draft since ever.
And then when they do, they don't even work out, like Pat Elfline and Garrett Bradbury.
Show me the offensive tackles that are left.
So obviously you got Darisaw up there, Vera
Yeah.
Tucker, and Letterwood.
They're solid.
The fact that they have Vera Tucker as a tackle is gross. He's a guard.
USC. He's a USC player. Of course, he's gross.
Yeah, don't take any USC players.
If it's going to be anybody, it's going to be Darisaw out of this group. All right, go back to the board. It's going to be Owusu or Darisaw here.
I just realized, how far do y'all have Jalen Waddle slipping? Jesus.
Don't say nothing.
All right,
Dude, this stuff happens with receivers.
I'm just saying. So Owusu or Darisaw, which one?
I'm going to give him Owusu.
So we got our second linebacker off the board, and then Pest
defense was weaker
is
last
back
year.
with the Giants at number 59 after trading down, and Jalen Waddle is still
suck.
available.
Now we take Waddle.
Now you take
Hey,
Waddle.
love it. And we get
Gross.
the
Now
draft
And
capital.
now we
baby.
take Waddle. Let's
Hey,
go.
look at Pest. He don't even do this stuff. He's out here being a mind for
Now
Dave.
we take Waddle.
I'll tell you what, right now.
If that happens,
If this situation happened and we picked up that draft
that
capital,
entire haul, bro.
I guarantee you, everybody's gonna say the Giants won the first round of the damn draft.
All right,
Love it.
KB,
All
you're
right.
up.
KB.
Oh, I'm up for Arizona. Oh snap! I'm gonna go BPA here. I'm gonna take Kyle Pitts.
Really?
With
Okay.
Dan Arnold on the team still?
Yeah. I think they need more weapons in there. Getting rid of Larry Fitzgerald. They need another bigger target. I know they got DeAndre Hopkins in there, but they
I
need
would have
more on
gone
that
J.C.
offense.
Horn personally.
You can go J.C. Horn. I think I like Byron Murphy and get another secondary guy in there, but I'll take Kyle Pitts.
All right.
Alright.
And then
Yeah, because now you can really run that spread offense that they like to run too.
And
Yeah,
he's
right.
imagine having two big body
also,
targets.
with
there.
Fitz retiring, it's not out of the question that they take some type of weapon.
Sometimes like a big.
It's
big
not out of the
receiver.
question, but with D-Hop and Kirk there, I don't think that's going to be where they go with the first rounder.
Yeah, could be.
I think it's a second or a third.
So now I'm here with the Las Vegas Raiders, and one thing that immediately comes to mind, at least for me, is going to be a guy in J.C. Horn, but I'm going to double check what their needs are. They do have cornerback as a need, and I was looking at Christian Barrymore as well, but I'm going to go with J.C. Horn out of South Carolina.
That's probably a match made in heaven right
for
there.
the Las Vegas Raiders, yeah.
I like Horn to the Raiders.
Horn makes sense. I think Barmore also would have made sense. Ojulari
I
possibly.
love that Barmore guy, man.
Ever since
Barmore's a beast.
He's
a
I've seen
beast
him
and a half.
in the championship game, I was just like, this dude's wreck shop. Bro.
Doesn't he look like he doesn't have like a Jonathan Allen build or
Bro, he has a Dalvin Tomlinson build.
Yeah, right. He has like a Dalvin Tomlinson build, but he's still rushing the passer and just nasty and just rough, man. That guy is a beast.
And now you're up, Nate, with the second
all right.
Dolphins
So
pick.
with the Dolphins, they took their receiver earlier. That's going to complete their skill positions. The defense was great. I'm not going to touch anything there. I'm gonna let Flores just continue working his magic on that side of the ball. I'm going to keep giving Tua all the help he can get, and it's going to be Christian Darisaw. Best pass protector on the edge in this
That's
class.
a good pick.
I love that pick. I think if they can do that, if they can get Devontae and then Darisaw, that's going to really help Tua. And obviously, quarterback
Well, they actually got
consistency was
Jamar.
their problem. Oh, Jamar, whatever, same difference. Jamar can play in the slot, I guess, whatever. So if they can do that, get a weapon like Jamar of his quality, and then also get Christian Darisaw, that's just going to help Tua develop and become more consistent.
Yeah,
Completely agree.
I think for the Miami Dolphins, no matter what it is at 3-18, I think either way they go wide receiver and offensive tackle. It doesn't matter which way they prioritize, but they got to go wide receiver and offensive tackle. So yeah,
That's fair.
Pest,
Good
you got the Washington football team.
I hate this team, man. I trade with the Giants for a ham sandwich.
But they
oh, man.
obviously, other than quarterback, they got linebacker, guard, and tight end as their needs here.
Yeah. See. Okay. This is difficult. This is difficult because I do think that they take an offensive lineman here.
Vera Tucker makes sense.
I was getting ready to say, and Tucker makes sense because even though
Rashad
they have
Bateman
him
is
as-
also a really good pick here.
right. It is a good pick, but they do have weapons
They
as
do.
skill position players.
They do.
They
They do.
need
I
offensive
think-
line help.
I think if I'm you, I'm going Tucker and then a receiver in the second round. Probably that's probably what I do.
That's what I'm thinking. This wide receiver class is kind of deep. Like
It's really deep.
it's
really
this,
deep.
Yeah.
this wide receiver class.
especially in the middle, like 2 and 3.
Second and third
lots.
is really nice.
Yeah, lots.
So that's why I'm looking at it and I'm like, okay, they need offensive line help. This guy's actually a guard.
Right.
By the
that's
way,
what I said. I
Beard
hate
is in
that
the
they haven't
chat.
tackle.
I just want to say the Beard is in the chat, and he said
Hey!
he said
Beard.
we need a wide receiver. O-line isn't bad.
I said
Sure
Bateman
about
makes
that?
sense.
And then he
What
also
about
says
tackle?
linebacker or wide receiver here, or if you really want to reach QB.
Beard, who you want? Beard, who you want?
Well, he said wide receiver twice,
You
let
want
him-
wide receiver,
so
Beard?
it would be Bateman.
That's what you want? Bateman. Give Beard Bateman so he's happy.
Give the
There you
man what
go.
he wants. Give the
Rashad
man what he
Bateman at
wants.
19th overall.
I've been saying that if they did that, I would not be happy because I think he makes a whole lot of sense in Washington.
Yeah,
Yeah.
imagine Scary Terry there and Bateman there. Washington's a real deal, though.
No
And-
bueno.
They just need someone to throw him the ball, but
Listen, man, if they
Washington's
could
the
make it
scariest
work
team
with
in the
if they
division.
could make it work with Stafford and then get him Rashad
oh my God,
Bateman
don't
and
say that.
Bro,
Scary
if you
Terry,
say if you
that's
say that
bad.
my guy
Nate,
Matthew Stafford
Nate,
goes to
don't
Washington,
say
bro,
that.
it's clipped.
Don't say that, man. I don't want that. I
Hey,
love
I'm
Matt
telling,
Stafford. I
that's a
don't
good
want.
situation.
listen, I'm telling y'all right now, Washington's going to be the most dangerous team in the division next year.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Season.
Agreed.
Washington's the
I've
most
been saying it.
dangerous
They're
team.
gonna be the one to compete with us, man. They're gonna be the one. All right, am I up?
Yeah, you're up with the Bears.
All right. 20, the Chicago Bears. All
Oh,
right,
Aziz
the Bears.
Aziz makes sense here.
Aziz, let's see. Let me go through all my options here. What are their team needs?
So team needs
Tight end?
listed- yeah, tight end, wide receiver, QB, tight end, edge, and corner.
Cole Kmet is there. Don't make the mistake I did. I forgot he existed. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
they always. It's just like a funny joke, man, because they always bring in tight end talent for whatever reason. But let me see here, because honestly, they need wide receiver talent. They really do, but there's no wide
With A-Rob
receivers.
leaving, yeah.
Yeah, there's no wide receivers that they can take here. I mean, that'd be worth it.
on this board, this
read-
board
Yeah,
has some funky
yeah.
stuff. Kadarius Toney's there.
Right. I like Kadarius Toney. I think he's more of a. I think he'll go around 24 to 32. I don't think he'll go this high, or maybe even later than that. And I think they need a bigger target. They could always use a weapon. Like Tony's a weapon, you know. Marshall's a weapon. I'm gonna go because their defense is all right though, man. But
Yeah.
yeah,
defense is good.
I'm gonna say let's go a little BPA here. I'm gonna take Aziz here.
Okay, and the thing is with Aziz, if he could legitimately learn under Khalil Mack, I
Khalil
think that would be a
Mack,
really
yeah.
nice matchup. Right
Yeah, in any other situation, if like a Bateman's available, I'm going Bateman all the way. But yeah,
And we got the Indianapolis Colts out here. I'm gonna assume they somehow get a quarterback in free agency, mostly because there's not one I'm gonna take here.
Love
And
this team.
I'm going to go with a tackle because their tackle retired, so I'm gonna go with Alex Leatherwood out of Alabama right here.
All right.
okay.
Make it a
I'll
run
take it.
first team. I can see that.
I
Their,
take
their,
it.
their tackle did retire. What's his name? Costanzo.
Costanzo.
I-
I'll
I
take
can
it.
see it.
I love
see
the
it.
Colts. I'll take it.
Mm-hmm. And Europe.
Okay. This is gonna be Christian Barmore here.
Ooh, real
I
quick.
love him.
Beef up the defensive line, and that also gives them pass rush because Christian Barmore, as with every great Alabama defensive lineman, can stop the run. But man, this dude lives in opposing backfields.
He's gonna be if because they run a 3-4, he'll be a nasty 3-4 defensive end.
I'm
Nasty.
a big Christian Barmore fan. I think he's a good fit there. Help them stop the run.
Ooh,
Bro,
him
him
with
and Simmons?
Jeffrey
Him
Simmons,
and
man.
Simmons,
Oh,
that's
let's
gonna be
go.
deadly.
That
Man.
would be like Dexter Lawrence and Dalvin Thomason.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That combo is going to do some good stuff.
Yeah.
I like Christian Barmore to the Titans there. I just think he's a beast of a player. He also happens to be the best player available. This could very easily be Joseph Osai, and that's something I was considering before I went Barmore. But I think for me, the problem with Osai is that he's not as seasoned as Barmore is, and the Titans in their window, they're going to compete this year. With
They
Derrick
want a
Henry
guy
as a
this
power
year.
back, they need to make the most of these years that they have him for. So I have them going Barmore. He's going to make an immediate impact, and that's the pick for the Titans.
And Pest, you got the Jets, bro, the little brothers.
All right. So let's see. We went tackle with our first pick, right? So our offensive line is beefy at this point.
Mm-hmm. What are you thinking here? Wide receiver?
Man, they got Penny Sewell and Mekhi
Yeah,
Becton.
that's
man.
Yeah.
this is what I've been saying. If
Their-
they go,
their offensive
everyone,
line's
whenever I say Penei
beefy.
Sewell to the Jets, they always tell me, "Oh, they have Mekhi Becton." Yeah,
Well, put
because
one on
him
the
and
other
Mekhi
side.
Becton on the edges isn't a great idea.
And you know what's funny? I think Penny Sewell
As a
Call me
guard,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah, and I as a guard or a right tackle because I like him as a prospect. I think
He's
as a
not
pass
ready.
protector, I don't think he's ready as a pass protector. As a run blocker, this guy
Oh, yeah.
would. So on the right side, he's better fit. So Mekhi Becton and Penny Sewell.
Big facts.
So now I see the team needs, and this actually kind of helps me make my decision because I think this is a perfect situation right here. I'm thinking Najee Harris.
I was like, yeah, he's probably
Yeah,
thinking
I was
Najee
just about to
Harris,
say
bro.
that.
Oh, man, that would be
I'm thinking
I
Najee
love
Someone,
Najee
I'll
over
tell you
there.
right
finally
now.
giving this man the respect he deserves.
Najee Harris is a
People coming out
monster.
here. I will die on this hill. I will die on this Najee Harris RB1 hill. People are
is.
coming in here.
Well, you tell
They're
me people
saying
think that
Travis
he isn't?
Etienne. I will die.
Yeah,
on
I know
this
people
Najee Harris
put
hill.
Etienne ahead of him a lot. Well, it's because I think Etienne has just more experience.
Nah,
That's-
Harris, listen, bro,
The
Harris
problem
is that dude.
It's amazing to me how people just ignore the facts about Najee Harris. They look at him as a power back. He has great power, but this dude is not like some big slow dude just going in the middle of the line.
Right.
This dude is hurtling Notre Dame corners that are standing straight up. This
Yeah.
man is
Did
a beast.
Did you see him in the championship game? How elusive he was, juking and bobbing and weaving. This guy
He
can do
does
it all.
work in the pass game. He's
Yeah,
got great hands. And I look at this dude, and it's a tragedy to me that he didn't get Heisman voting. It's a tragedy that Mac Jones got Heisman voting over Najee Harris.
Mac Jones!
That
Mac
made
Jones!
me that
Mac
makes
Jones.
me irate.
Listen, with this pick, the New York Jets are different now.
Yeah, I was about to say, if they
this
get
pick-
Penei Sewell and this
They're
obviously
Penei
is
Sewell,
shooting-
Najee Harris, Mekhi Becton. Are you kidding me?
This
That is
team's
crazy.
different.
It's a little unfortunate though how they're not able to adjust their defense. It's so bad, but listen, that helps them a lot, man, with the offensive side of the football.
Listen, especially
This
if they
is
land Deshaun Watson.
Yeah.
Especially if they land
Well, if they
Deshaun
land
Watson.
Deshaun Watson, they won't have either of these picks.
They don't have this pick.
Oh,
though.
that's true. You're right.
They,
You're right.
they don't have
But-
either of these first rounders.
But now this Jets team, because their defense is not that great, this Jets team can now control the clock.
That's good. Yeah. Keep
And
that
That's
defense off the
And then-
field.
defense.
I look at it the other way and just think the defense isn't great, but this is a Jets team that has so much draft capital. They have 2 second rounders still to go. Then they
Yeah.
also have this massive salary cap space
Yeah.
that most teams don't have to play
Yeah.
with. So if they want to bring in some veterans or some young talent, they can do either of those things. This is a Jets team that, and I've said this before, there's
Perfect
good
Matt
problems to
Aribo,
have
bro.
and there's bad problems to have. The Jets have a good problem in the fact that they have nobody instead of having a bunch of bad players.
And that means now, KB, you're up with the Steelers.
All right. With the Steelers. Now, one thing the Steelers
They
do
would
need.
have loved if Najee Harris dropped to them.
Oh,
Big
I
facts.
would
They're
say
That
mad
would've been a
right
slam
now.
dunk.
They're mad.
I would
would've been a
say the
slam dunk.
Steelers. Let me. What are their needs? Tight end, offense. Okay,
running back,
they
tight
need.
end, yeah.
One thing I will tell you is they need offensive line help. Their offensive line is
Center,
not.
bro.
Yeah,
Ooh.
they need some kind of help there. Let me take a look at the center because listen, centers are always taking it.
Creed Humphrey, bro. Creed Humphrey.
There's Lander Dickerson, Creed Humphrey, and I know Creed Humphrey gets a lot of reps.
There's some other centers that I like in the second round over
Yeah.
Creed Humphrey that I wouldn't
Let me
make this
see.
pick.
Let me see tackle. They need offensive line help either way.
Cosme.
And
Vera
Tucker-
Tucker's
and
not
is
a
it-
tackle, my God.
Yeah, but they need guard. They need everything.
Yeah, I'd take
Um,
Tucker.
I'll probably take Tucker and see where we could put him. Let me take Tucker here because they got some no names on that offensive line.
I
there
should
we
put it
go.
out there that if anyone out there knows who Kenneth Gainwell is, if considering that the coaching staff is still entirely in place back from those Le'Veon Bell days, once they do get those new pieces on the offensive line, they're probably going to construct that the same way. And if you want a guy who knows how to run with patience and with vision like Le'Veon Bell did, you're looking at Kenneth Gainwell, probably a 3rd, 4th round pick.
And now I'm here with the Jaguars. I had the Jaguars for the first pick, and we went Trevor Lawrence. They need tight end, edge, linebacker. I mean, is it crazy if I go wide receiver here? I don't think so. But
No, it's not
It's
crazy.
not crazy.
yeah, you know what? Their edge. Are you telling me that this means that what's his name that they took last year? And I keep forgetting his name out of LSU. Their edge rusher.
Chaisson,
did he not have a
yeah,
good-
Yeah,
they're-
Caleb
they're-
on Chason.
They're fine with Chaisson and Allen. I have no clue why.
Yeah,
Edge
I'm
is
not
up
sure
there.
why edge is listed as a need. I don't think I'm gonna go Pat Fryermuth tight end here. And what else? QB. Yeah. So you know what? I'm gonna go with a wide receiver. I think that was linebacker was listed. And Zaven Collins is there. Nick Bolton is there. It's interesting. I'm really torn between wide receiver and then linebacker. What do you guys think?
I think Tony's a good pick.
Yeah, I like Tony here.
Stays in Florida too.
Yeah, he literally does not have to move. So yeah, in that case,
There's just not a whole lot of players on the board still that make so much overwhelming sense
Right.
that Kadarius Toney still can't be the pick here. So I think I'm going Tony.
Kadarius
Zaven Collins
Toney.
also a possibility.
Yeah,
but
I'm
I think
really
going
looking
Toney.
at Zaven Collins. And Pest has
Yeah.
not chimed in. Pest, what do you think?
Yeah, you can hit Collins if you want.
I don't know.
You know what? I'll go with Tony just because the dude has not have to move. He's just gonna stick.
Have we hit the part of the
stick there.
board now that Pest these guys aren't quite as familiar?
Some of them are still familiar, but I don't know.
Okay,
And
I'm
then
on
26.
with the Browns.
Yeah.
Travis Etienne now.
Gregory Rousseau.
I like Zaven Collins here as this pick. Let's see. Show me the corners. Is J.C. Horn still on the board? No, he's not. Who took J.C. Horn again?
Raiders.
Remind me.
Yeah,
Raiders
me
took
with
him.
the
Thank you.
Raiders,
Sorry,
yeah.
I was gonna say if he was still on the board, that would have been incredible. Yeah, I think this is gonna be Zaven Collins.
And Zaven Collins, there he is. Linebacker.
Great versatility, great playmaking ability on the blitz as well. Good coverage, all around good player.
And then 27 with Pest. The Baltimore Ravens. The Ravens need a wide
Okay.
receiver. For sure, they could use another wide receiver.
They could use a wide receiver,
They could
but
use
we
an
got
edge.
two. I was getting ready to say we got two edge rushers here, and they need help at edge rusher.
Mm-hmm.
I just need to figure out which one I want.
Come on, man. It has to be Osai.
I disagree. I'm not gonna say Rousseau either. I don't know why he's so low on this board, but I'll tell you who I'd pick. I'd pick Jalen Phillips here.
He's right after Jason Owe on the board.
There you go. I'm going Jalen Phillips if I'm the Ravens.
You take who you want, Pest.
Terrace Marshall is also very much on this board right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Why-
That's
why-
why I'm like wide
That's the
receiver help,
problem.
bro.
like wide receiver is tempting here, man, because they just need weapons. Like,
It is tempting.
Shout
but
out to Joseph Clark for the $2 super chat. He says Demetric Felton and Nico Collins would be nice for the Giants.
Nico Collins is not a top tier receiver, man. I hate to tell you.
he probably means later on in the draft. He
Yeah,
falls at
Yeah,
third.
I know.
See, I do like Osai, but I don't know if Osai is the best one on the board.
Osai is a little bit of a project, but
Well, see,
I can
and so
see it.
is Gregory. Gregory's kind of
Rousseau is a
project.
much bigger project.
They're both projects, man, and so it's like,
I
Pest,
think I'd go
Pest, I
Phillips
got
here.
you. Pest, look at it from your own coaching perspective, bro. Who would you go? So you're basically going to decide between Terrence Marshall, which is, well, it's not technically a reach, but, you know, he'd ideally go a little bit
Think
later.
of it like this,
or
Pest.
an
They're
edge,
trying,
or a
think of it
project
like this.
edge.
Think of it like this, Pest. They're trying to win a championship right now. Do they really need a developmental guy?
that's where I'm at right now. It's like, God,
point.
these guys are.
They want a
projects,
guy who's
man.
gonna make a play right away. So you might,
I was thinking Terrace Marshall going into this pick.
yeah. It's
Just
a
because also on top of that, he's the archetype of the receiver they need.
Yeah,
they
let
already
me
got
see.
their
Let me see the receivers. Let me see the receivers.
they already got
I've
their
run out of
burner
time here.
in Hollywood, and they got their slot guy. Terrace Marshall is
See, yeah,
Something
yeah.
I know, right?
Damn it! I want
I
the
know.
edge for these guys though, because they need edge help so bad.
I know.
they need
That's right.
receiver help bad too, man. I hate to tell you.
Terrace Marshall, give me Terrace Marshall.
I like the
gotta,
pick.
I
Listen,
gotta
bro,
give.
after
I
the
gotta-
way Lamar was, like, just waiting for
yeah,
his receivers to get
I need
open in the
Lamar
playoff
to have
game.
Weapons, man. Give him Terrace
And
Marshall.
listen,
Fuck!
KB, I hate to put pressure on you here.
Fucking edge rusher was there. Fuck!
I hate to put pressure on you, KB.
Yeah.
But there's one guy that is still on the board for the Saints that if it's not him, I'm gonna be a little bit upset. I'm gonna be a little bit upset.
Let's see here.
I think he's
All
an
right.
absolutely perfect fit here. Let's see if what chat thinks I'm talking about.
Yeah, let me check out their needs here. Because here's the thing with the Saints, man. Similar to the
There's-
Eagles,
bro,
you
there's-
don't know what
yeah,
you
they're
don't know
so
what
deep in cap
exactly.
help, bro.
They have over $90 million in over the cap, so you don't know who they're gonna be releasing. Oh man, and I'll tell you what, if Terrace Marshall was on the board, I would have taken him. Let's see. They don't. They're one of the best O lines in football. They don't need O line.
They need
They,
linebacker help.
they need they need linebacker help. All right, so let me take a look at the linebackers. All right, Nick Bolton out of Missouri.
You have no clue who that is, dude.
I have no clue. No, I haven't gotten this far in my.
Well, let me give you the
yet.
cheat sheet. He's the guy I'm talking about.
Okay. Yeah, let me just go through all my options here.
Sure.
I'm not going tight end because even though you just wouldn't take one with the championship team like this.
And Jared Cook's fine.
Yeah, Jerry could, and yeah, who knows? So all right, let me go Nick Bolton here. The Saints have needed linebacker help since before I started scouting. Every time I scout for the Saints, they always need linebacker help.
And now Demario Davis is old as hell.
Yeah, old as hell. They messed up with Stephon Anthony. So yeah.
Now listen, Nick Bolton is a classic example of something I've been saying for a while, which angers the hell out of me, which is that whenever any of us, the little people of the world, start scouting players and we find someone that's like lower on the board that we like, and we start talking about him, immediately a week later, the entire media is going to say, this random guy is a first-round pick. And that happened with Nick Bolton. I remember the days back in like the middle of the season when he was a third-round value. Those were the good days.
I was talking about the same thing with Darnell Savage a couple of years, when he was drafted in 2019. I loved Darnell Savage out of Maryland. I thought he had like a third-round, fourth-round grade on him all season. And then and then he starts rising up the draft boards, and he gets taken to the end of the first by Green Bay. And I'm like, yo, I knew I saw something in this guy. So did Green Bay.
Yeah, I mean Nick Bolton. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I talked earlier. If the Giants do like trade down further than we did, like if we traded down into sort of like 25 or later ish, under some strange circumstance, Nick Bolton is definitely the guy I'm looking at there.
So I'm over here with the Packers, and I'm thinking two things. I'm thinking either Dylan Moses for linebacking core or the best available wide receiver. I think they could go either way. I'm going to go with wide receiver just because I'm assuming that Aaron Rodgers goes back to the Packers, to Green Bay after what he said today.
He's basically already said he's going to.
So I'm going to go with best available wide receiver according to
Can I ask you something real quick?
What's happening?
Can I just ask you who's on the board at defensive tackle? Can I just ask?
At defensive tackle, you got these guys.
Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Rondale Moore out of Purdue, who, by the way, when we did a mock draft on Friday over on Diggy's channel, Rondale Moore got, like, no love.
Yeah,
he's a great player.
Yeah.
Bills right now with you, Nate.
Yeah, Nate.
Oh, man. Okay. So, in the AFC Championship game, the offensive line looked very bad. They kind of got toasted. But Joseph Osai is staring me in the face here.
Dude, I do it. They need edge.
Yeah. They need Joseph Osai is the pick. He's the clear pick.
They cannot get a pass rush at all.
Joseph Osai it is.
Old man Jerry Hughes and freaking Epinesa on the edge.
And then the Bucks, Pest.
The Tampa Bay Brady Nears.
No, the Tampa Bay Gronkaneers.
Oh, stop.
Gronk's still here? I think Gronk might dip after this.
Yeah,
probably. Yeah. Especially if they win it. If they win it, I think
grab his ring and he said, "All right, guys,
sunset.
peace. I got my Super Bowl bonus. I'm out."
Okay, well, in this universe they don't win, so Gronk's going to try again. Can I see their needs?
For sure.
They
don't really need edge if they get any of their guys back.
I don't really think any of the guys that are high on the board make a whole lot of sense.
And shout out to Jaden Dawkins for the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. He says Pest new diss track called Mock Draft Sucks. Well, I mean, he did pretty good for the Giants, so.
I was getting ready to say I killed it. What you talking about? I got a draft capital and the wide receiver.
I might be looking at a corner here, possibly. I might think about it.
A corner? I mean, so I am assuming.
It's one of those picks where they really don't need a whole lot. They just need depth.
Right.
So, like, wherever you go, I don't think it'd be a bad pick. I
might be looking at Tyson Campbell here if I'm them.
I'm at Carlton Davis.
We got JPP and we got
Shaq, but he's a free agent.
But Shaq may not come back.
Right.
unless Tom Brady grabs him by his collar and says, "If you leave, I'll kill you," which he could. He could
might
do that.
You know what's crazy? As much as a project I see as Gregory Rousseau is, I could really see him going here.
See,
Yeah,
that's what
I
I'm
can see it.
thinking. I'm thinking about sending Russo there
Sure.
and letting Russo just develop.
Yeah.
I mean, because if okay, let's just say Shaq does stay, right? Let's just say Shaq does stay. I don't necessarily think JPP is going to be here that much longer.
Yeah, he's probably there for like maybe
You know
another
what,
2 years.
what kind of situation it would be? It would be when JPP was drafted. Did we really need defensive end help? No, we had Justin Tuck. We had
that's what I'm thinking.
So
yeah, let's take Russo. Let's take Russo.
So
Let's
he
take
does
him.
go within the first
Yeah,
round.
let's take him and he stays in Florida.
I think
Solid
it makes sense. I think it makes sense. If you have a guy like Todd Bowles in there, he's gonna do some
yeah.
work.
Right, yeah.
Solid pick.
And then now
Okay.
you close it off, KB.
Wrapping us up.
The Kansas City Chiefs. What I mean, they always need cornerback help. Let me get to a corner real quick.
Bro, my guy out of Ohio State, bro. Come on now.
Do not. Don't do this to me.
Ohio State.
He's thinking Sean Wade.
I'm kidding.
Sean.
Oh,
I'm
Sean
kidding.
Wade.
No, I'm kidding. KB knows the joke because when we
Okay,
watched that
okay,
game,
good.
Oh,
Sean
God.
Wade was
Good,
getting
good, good.
roasted and
All right.
Oh
toasted.
yeah,
No,
Sean
but
Wade.
in my opinion,
Asante Samuel Jr., baby.
Ah.
nah, you should go Campbell.
They got Melifonwu got a little brother coming into the league. Oh snap! Let me see. Yeah, let me go Tyson Campbell here. Best corner available. They need corner. DeAndre Baker was a sad heartbreak there for the Chiefs. So
And there it is, the mock draft. The only one trade occurred during Pest with the Patriots trading up to get Trey Lance.
Hey, I
and the
traded,
Giants.
didn't I? I traded.
No, you failed
you're
to trade.
Oh
Trade.
no, I didn't. I failed to trade. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was the only one that got a trade to go through, and I still got the play.
First try. Yeah, first try.
I mean,
Nice.
I think it's a pretty good mock. I could really see something very similar to this happening in real life.
Yeah. It wasn't unrealistic.
I'm a CFM nerd. I do this all the time.
But I mean, Nate, if you gotta be out, bro, go ahead, do your thing, do your intro, and you can be out, man.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me on. I appreciate it. Had a blast. I love doing this kind of stuff. I love talking prospects. Even if Pest does not, that just makes it more fun, honestly. So I'm going to see y'all later. Thanks so much for having me on, and adios.
No problem, man.
Later, Nate.
See you, Nate.
Take care, brother.
And now there were 3. And to be honest with you, well, I don't really have any other topics to talk about. I do know Pest also has to be out soon to get over to Bleed Big Blue.
Yeah, I'm still waiting for him. I'm still waiting for Marco to hit me up. I'm actually getting ready to text him right now and see what's going on because they're not live, and I don't know what they're doing. And I'm not going to stay up until stupid o'clock in the morning. I got a job still, so.
Exactly. So I mean, with that being said, we might just have a small Q&A, and I'm probably gonna close it out in 10 minutes, right around 11 o'clock here. I mean, Logan, as soon as I say I'm probably gonna close out around 11, he's like, do a call in for 30 minutes. No, sir. We already been live for a good amount of time.
Yeah, we've been live for a minute.
Exactly. So I do want to say, guys, Kidblue thinks he's slick. Kidblue, like, went to boxing or an MMA class or something and didn't tell anybody, right? And then he goes and makes a skit where he knocks out this Dallas fan. It was absolutely hilarious. You guys need to go check it out. So
yeah, for everybody that supported this skit, man, thank you so much. I didn't think it would get that much love, man.
y'all need to show that much love on my skits, yo, with high key.
Yo, I'm gonna have to go check that out. I haven't seen it yet.
Oh yeah, check it out, man. Check it out. I've been trying
will.
to do skits for a while. I just never got around to doing it. And then honestly, it was Kush that inspired me to start doing them again because I love Kush's skits, and I was like, damn, I should really start doing the skits I wanted to do.
There you
So,
go,
yeah.
guys. I mean, KB might be in the game, the comedian game now. You already know how it is.
I tell you, I gotta go up to New York. Me and Kush gotta make a
We
skit.
definitely making a skit, bro.
We got to.
100%. I mean, and speaking of which, my skit was also out today. Every NFL fan right now, which it wasn't even a Giants-related type thing. It was just Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend annoyed me again, and it happened literally
Hey,
like
yo,
1
yo,
year.
let me tell you something. Okay, so between Patrick Mahomes' girlfriend,
And his brother.
Patrick Mahomes' brother,
Yeah, that's his wife now.
and one of his wife, whatever the hell she is, and one of my really really close homeboys who went to Texas Tech University and gushes over this dude. I now hate Patrick Mahomes. Like, this is not a joke. This is not a bit. I'm not trying to be funny. I legitimately hate
Pest, you're gonna
Patrick
love
Mahomes.
you're gonna love the skit that I had out today.
I
Then.
hate this dude now because of three people. They've ruined it because I like Patrick Mahomes.
I
but
love, yeah,
hate
yeah,
this dude
yeah.
now,
Cushion the skit was like, who is the where are the the haters that he's talking that she's talking about? There's no hater. Everybody loves this guy.
Like, nobody's hating on this dude. No one's hating
yo,
on this dude.
His wife was like, y'all need to stop hating. Y'all need to stop the comparisons. And then I did the voiceover for the skit. I'm like, who are these haters?
Who's comparing who?
Who's comparing who?
Who's comparing?
Yeah,
him
I
to
don't know where
anyone?
I couldn't. She put no context into what she was saying. She was acting like everyone knew what she was talking about. I didn't know what the hell she was talking about.
You can't create haters. You can't do that.
Yeah.
No, they did.
Especially
They
in
just
this
created haters.
situation, Especially
just
in this
did.
situation where everyone loves this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. I'm like, he's the most likable dude in the NFL right now, bro. Playing for a franchise that was trash for so long, so it's hard
Right.
not to like them.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna say this. I hate Chiefs fans. Okay, like I hate them, but I'm happy for the organization because it's a very historic organization. The AFC wouldn't be the AFC if it wasn't for the Chiefs, right? When you really look into the history of this organization, they started out as a dumpster fire in Texas, okay, and then they went to Kansas City and they became good. And they became a staple of that area. So like I cap for the franchise. The franchise is fine, but I hate their fans, and now I hate their quarterback. I hate them.
It's so unfortunate because it's like she's creating haters now. It's terrible.
Yeah, Mahomes has the worst PR family in
You know what I
the
also brought up?
NFL.
You know what I also brought up in the skit? I'm like, it's Aisha Curry out of 2016.
Yeah,
all over
yeah,
again.
yeah. Aisha Curry talking about it's rigged and all that stuff. Like, oh god,
It's terrible, Joe. Just shut up and let us like your husband. Shut up and let us like your brother.
Yo, bro,
'Cause we all
Jackson
want you.
Mahomes though. Jackson Mahomes is some other dude, bro. His brother.
dude, I don't know how they grew up in the same house together, man.
Right?
Mahomes
He's
is literally
so
the most
humble.
Mahomes is the most humble guy you would ever meet, dude. And like the dude looks like he barely spoke just because his voice sounds funny. You know, like this guy just doesn't look like he speaks at all. And then this Jackson Mahomes guy is just screaming at the top of his lungs.
Like I said in the skit, Kermit on crack, bro. Shout
Kermit on
out
crack.
to Justin Hubner for the $2 super chat. He says, pick one. Quiddy pay plus Allen Robinson or Leonard Williams plus Jalen. I'm going Leonard Williams and Jalen Waddle, bro.
Leonard Williams, did you not see who I picked? Did you not see who I picked?
Leonard Williams, Jalen Waddle all the way
All
for
the
me.
way.
All the way.
all the
No
way.
question.
No questions asked. Yeah.
That's just how. Viz really needs to chill. Because it's right under the super chat and I just read it. That was hilarious, bro. No. Yo,
I love that, Viz. I love that.
Viz, man, listen. Let me tell you, man. Viz is like 100% my shooter. Okay, I don't know how I got Viz. Okay, but I claim him now.
yeah,
he now belongs
Viz
to
came
me.
from your channel to mine, and he does the same thing, bro.
Viz belongs to me. You guys are
Pause.
welcome. Okay, there's no pause. Viz is mine. Okay, that's my shooter. Viz is my shooter, yo.
Yeah, peace, Nate.
This
Have a
dude
good
is
one.
crazy, man. He is nuts.
And then Max Webster, this is gonna come in soon. He said with a $2 super chat, he says, "Don't forget about his mom, who hates him being called Pat." I didn't even know that. What?
Why is that? Because that's his dad's name. They call his dad Pat. Like what the
No,
hell?
I mean because nobody wants to be called their childhood nickname. Like I hate being called my childhood nickname.
Oh, yeah, like Mitch, like Mitch Trubisky. Now he wants to be called Mitchell Trubisky, but I never stuck.
I mean, like
Trubisky.
yo, listen, I legit had to pull family members aside.
Really?
As an adult, yeah, because they introduced me to someone I had never met before.
As a
and
childhood
used
nickname?
my childhood nickname, and I was like, and I
It kind
pulled
of
aside.
like demasculates you, right?
Yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm an adult now. Like I'm not a kid. Like when I was a kid,
Right,
fine.
right.
Yo,
I'm an adult now.
Remember Patrick Graham in one of his first interviews with the Giants back? I'm gonna get to this Max Webster's second one just now. And there's Patricia Tana, a reporter for the Giants. The Giants, whoever was handling the Zoom calls was saying, "All right, Patty, you can go." And Patrick Graham thought he was talking to him. He was like, "What? Don't call me Patty." He was like, "No, I was talking to Patricia Tana, my friend / coworker." And yeah, it's kind of like that.
Oh yeah.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And then Max Webster with the second $2 super chat. Thank you so much. He says his mom says it's Patrick, not Pat. But who says Pat Mahomes? I feel like everybody says Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I think
I heard I heard a couple of people say Pat Mahomes, but I always say Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I always say Patrick Mahomes.
This dude literally has LeVar Ball as every member of his family.
It's ridiculous, man.
I
It's
know.
ridiculous. You
Uh,
want to love this guy, but your family's killing it for
Not
you.
even joking. Legitimately, I was cheering for the Chiefs going into last year's Super Bowl, and then by the time it got to the Super Bowl, because his girlfriend was releasing a video every time they won in the playoffs, after the conference championship, I was like, that's it. I'm cheering for Jimmy Garbage and the San Francisco 49ers, and I knew they were going to lose. I was like, there's no way I can see the 49ers really just coming out with a win. I really think the Chiefs
I just
want
want to,
to
if the Chiefs
And then they
lose,
beat-
if the Chiefs lose, I just want to see her make a video. What kind of video is she gonna make? Everybody tweet at her. Hey, where's your video? Where's your video?
Well, so here's the problem. The Chiefs aren't going to lose a Super Bowl in quite a while.
Yeah, I agree.
They're going to. They are the team.
I legitimately don't see them losing.
Yeah.
I don't see them losing.
And here's the thing. Like I said, I don't
win
want
four in a row. Like straight up, they can win 4 in a row, and then the New York Football Giants will beat them in the 5th one.
Let's go.
No.
I can totally see it happening.
Pest, they will win 3 in a row, and then the Giants will beat them in the 4th one, which is in 2 years.
Okay, sure.
Hey, there you go.
I mean, I could totally see something like that happening. This Kansas City Chiefs team is a cheat code. They are too dominant. We're going to have to deconstruct this team. It's a problem.
And it's crazy because they really were smart in the way they handled their contracts and cap space.
Yeah.
Jesus, they man. And I brought it up on my stream last night. I think the Chiefs' defense is really underrated because they've been doing a really good job the entire season.
You know who was the difference maker? Steve Spagnuolo.
Yo.
Ever since he got there, ever since he went to Kansas City, that defense has been a lot better because they've been a joke. Even when the Chiefs were good, they've been good ever since Andy Reid got there, and they were just terrible, bad. I'm talking freaking Terrence Mitchell bad, and all these other garbage cornerbacks they had over there. Now they're better. Steve Spagnuolo.
It makes me question why what was going on when he was here the second time around. Like,
I was wondering the same thing. Do you think maybe he just wanted a fresh start because everybody else all his coworkers were gone and stuff?
No, they let him go because Pat Shermer came in.
Yeah, Pat Shermer came in, and that's when
Pat came 2018, right? And Steve only spent 1 season with us.
Yes, he was the interim head coach when McAdoo got fired.
Yeah.
And then Shermer came there and did not retain him.
Right, that's what it was. Yes, that's what it was. So yeah, Shermer probably just didn't want him back on, and then we got freaking Betcher.
What a downgrade, bro.
Yeah.
But also another thing that makes the Chiefs defense super underrated is they spend so little time on the field, so they're always well rested because the Chiefs offense is just out there all the time.
And they got a legitimate pass rush, man. I mean, Chris Jones on the inside, Frank Clark on the outside. They're doing a really good job as far as managing that defense. They get a lot of credit for their offense, but they don't get enough credit for their defense.
Mm-hmm. But I mean, so since I kind of put the Super Bowl in there, and this is probably going to be the last time all three of us are on this panel before the Super Bowl. Let's just give our Super Bowl picks and then we can end it. It's still pretty early. I mean, it's Wednesday, but I got the Chiefs. I don't know how what's the score going to be, how they're going to do it. I think the Chiefs are going to repeat. What about you, Pest?
I think that I'm not gonna say that. That's a terrible thing to say on stream. It's a good joke, but it's a terrible thing to say on stream, and I'm not gonna do that. I'll do that on my channel. Oh man. I want to say the Chiefs, right? Because I just don't think that Tampa Bay can keep up with that with that offense. Like I don't think Tampa Bay can keep up with this Chiefs offense. They're going to put points on the board in bunches, man.
And I cannot see anybody holding Tyreek Hill and
Carlton Davis, bro.
Carlton Davis
got
Tyreek Hill, Hardman, Kelsey,
yeah.
And Edwards-Helaire. Who's holding those 4 guys?
And if
Who's doing
Le'Veon comes back,
And if Le'Veon Bell is healthy.
if Le'Veon's there and he's playing, like,
if
who's
Watkins
holding
comes
these
back,
guys?
if Watkins comes back too, oh my god.
There's just too many weapons on
Right.
the field. You
I
can't
know.
stop all of them.
I know.
Who's going to shut this offense down? That's what the problem is right now. Is that Kansas City Chiefs perfected the Al Davis approach, speed everywhere. Who's going to stop them?
Mm-hmm.
And then KB.
Yeah, I'm gonna have the Chiefs winning, and I see Authentic's comment in there, and I completely understand that. But let's keep in mind. Let's keep in mind that Tampa demolished Green Bay
But also,
beginning of the season, so they were supposed to win that game anyway.
But also, if somehow, some way, the Chiefs' defense gets 3 turnovers, unlike the Packers, the Chiefs' offense is going to
Chiefs
score.
putting points on
They're
the
going to
board.
put points on the board.
I can't see the Chiefs' offense stalling for that long, like the Green Bay Packers. Like one thing we know about the Chiefs in the playoffs is that they're always down early. Always.
Yeah,
I mean, they're
single
always
time.
like 10 plus points down, but they always come back. Look at last year against Houston, right? We thought Houston was going to blow this team out. It was like 28-3, something like that.
And against Tennessee.
They wound up beating them 50 to 30 something, man. It was
KB,
insane.
their entire playoff run last year, every single game they were down and they came back, including the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
My point isn't that the Chiefs will get 3 interceptions. I don't think they need to get 3 interceptions.
They don't need to get any
I don't
interceptions.
think they need to.
They just need to have the ball at
Yeah.
some point multiple times.
I don't think they need to. See, the thing is that Kansas City could pretty much score at will. They don't need to chew the clock down. Kansas City can score.
They can shoot a clock down, but they don't need to do it. Yeah.
They don't need to. I think Green Bay, at the rate of where that offense is, of course they got Devontae Adams in there who can stretch the field, but they've been running a lot more lately. Green Bay has. So
hey, this Kansas City Chiefs team can cut their punter today and still win 12 games. Straight up, they could cut their punter and still win 12 games without a problem. Like being a punter on the Kansas City Chiefs is the easiest job in the NFL because you rarely ever punt. You rarely ever punt.
if you're on a good team, you hope that. I mean, you as a punter, you don't want to be on the field. If you're on the field, it's a bad thing. You know?
Yeah.
Authentic says, my point is that the Bucs offense can hang even when they turn it over a lot. Rodgers has a lot more touchdowns than Mahomes. Edwards Hilaire is banged up. Packers only ran the ball with 14 times. I'm going to take one piece, and then I'm going to let Pest and KB respond. The one piece I'm going to take is the touchdown stat. Stats are only stats. There's a lot more to the story, and I say that every time I bring up anything with any player. Rodgers had more touchdowns than Mahomes. Rodgers had a better regular season than Mahomes, but the offense of the Chiefs is superior to the offense of the Packers. And I'm going to let Pest and KB, you guys could respond to whatever you want in there.
I mean, I agree. I don't give a shit about stats. Like I don't. And maybe it's because I'm a coach and I approach this like a coach. I could care less about stats. Your stats don't tell me shit. Who wins? Who wins? Who scores more points? That's the only stat that matters to me. Who scores more points? I saw Authentic talk about their running game. Here's the thing. You could be right. They could be a little hamstrung with their running game, but if they're not, it's going to be a problem. And the fact of the matter is this: the Chiefs run by passing the ball. Like they run by passing the ball. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, I don't think that Tampa Bay's defense can legitimately stop this offense. The only way that this Chiefs offense doesn't put points on the board, and I'm going to knock on wood as I say this, is if something happens to Mahomes during the game. Mm-hmm. If that happens, then we're talking about something different. But you got Mahomes.
You think of it like this, too. Now, as far as the running game goes, I think the Chiefs are going to be stuffed up on the run because Tampa has one of the best run defense in the NFL. Yeah. They've been that way for 2 years now. But one thing I will say is that Tampa really struggled with just one wide receiver. You know, they really struggled with Devontae Adams. He was all over the field. And then Marquez Valdez-Scantling. You know, they struggled with him as well. Carlton Davis was terrible. Absolutely terrible. You think about Tyreek Hill out there, Travis Kelce. I mean, you look at Green Bay. They had no Mercedes Lewis. All right. Yeah, nothing. You got Travis Kelce out there who was the primary target. Tyreek Hill out there, Mecole Hardman, guys that can stretch the field and be in the slot on the outside. I cannot see Tampa Bay's Tampa Bay secondary holding on to that. Tampa Bay safeties are not very good. They're not very good. Besides Antoine Winfield, and I think he was even playing that last game. Who knows if he plays this game? But, you got Whitehead in there. Andrew Adams, former Giant, he's back there. They don't have a lot of guys in the backfield. They can really stretch out the field. Yeah, he was fairly shut down. Devontae Adams was, but that's because they were going to Marquez Valdez-Scantling a lot. And he didn't play. Yeah, and Antoine Winfield. I don't know if he's playing this week either. I don't know if he's playing this week.
But I'm gonna let you guys get your last thoughts in, and we're gonna wrap it up here. This was a pretty good stream. Thank you all for tuning in. We had a lot of people in here. I think peak viewers was like around 60, 65. Jaden Dawkins, thank you for the $2 super chat. He says he forgot Robert Tonyan Jr. Oh my God, are we really still talking about the Packers?
I mean, Robert Tonyan. Do you want to compare him to Travis Kelce? Jaden,
and
you really want to do that?
Pest, I'm gonna let you get your last thoughts in, man. Then KB.
So as I turn on my PlayStation, because I have some CFM stuff that I have to take care of before the end of the day. I really appreciate you guys, as always, for letting me come in and be your supporting cast member. It's always a great time coming and hanging out with you guys. Thank you very much to everybody in the chat. Y'all know how much we love and appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for spending some time with us tonight. Man, this is I've been on your guys' stream, but today was the first time in a couple of weeks that I live streamed on my channel, and it just felt great. And I'm super excited to get back into some content for you guys here soon in the future. So you guys take it easy, man. I hope you guys have a great week, and we'll get up with you guys later.
And KB.
Yeah, this was another great stream. I loved it. The mock draft was awesome. I love doing mock drafts, especially mock drafts with other people. It's just the randomness of it, and 4 different minds is awesome.
Especially that Pest trade, bro.
Exactly.
Move.
It worked. Move. First try, you just threw it out there. But love the stream, and everybody in the chat. The banter is awesome. I love going back and forth on ideas. I love when we don't agree. And we can get a discussion going, because everybody has valid points. So, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to catch me and Hub's skit. He put out a skit up today. I put out a skit out today. So, make sure you guys check that out, and we're gone.
Yeah, and thank you all for tuning in. Check out the mock draft. It's a Giant-specific mock draft if you already have not done it. All 6 rounds, because we don't have a 7th round pick. And let me know what you guys think.